So, Coach, what have we learned about the team since the beginning of camp, and how are they different from the 2019 Tigers?
Yeah, so this year has been a very special and unique experience for all of our kids, our coaches. Our preseason camp I think has lasted 10 weeks now, which is tough to go through. But I think I've learned that our kids can handle some adversity. Their attitudes have been tremendous, despite early on the first 4 or 5 weeks, not even knowing if we were going to be able to play games, but still show up every single day with an awesome attitude, great work ethic. It just says a lot about the character of the kids. So I know we're good in that department. And really, when it comes to competition, that's half the battle. And the other part is we learned we've got some good football players. I think we're balanced on both sides of the ball, and we have some young kids that have been waiting their turns to get in the starting lineup, and they're showing what they can do. So we're excited.
When we talk about, or when we think about the offense and the offensive side of the ball, who are some guys that we're really expecting to see step up? I know there's some obvious names we're going to talk about, and also maybe some people that aren't on TV all the time or aren't always in the news.
Yeah, well, my favorite position group is always the offensive linemen. They're sacrificial. As a Christian school, we admire Christ so much, and they remind me, that position group, so much. They put themselves behind everybody else. They don't need the glory themselves, and they want to serve others, and that's what they do. And we've got a great group. We've got 2 senior offensive tackles, Blocker Harbison and Camden Holmes, who have been playing, Dunham football, the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and now the 12th grade. And so we're just so excited to see them step up and lead that offensive line. They're both 3-year starters for us. And so those are guys that don't get a lot of recognition, but they deserve a lot of respect. Offensively at the skill positions, we've got 2 quarterbacks that have both been competing hard. Hayden Hand will be our starter, but Jake Rizzo will also play with the first group. But they've got receivers that I know are ready to kind of step up and kind of be the man, if you will. We lost a good senior starter receiver who was really clutch for us last year, and now Gabe Hitzman, who's a really speedy wide receiver senior. We're looking to make big plays. And junior Jordan Dupre, I think, is going to really have a special junior season. And so we're excited to see what they can do. Our third wide receiver is really our tight end, Matthew Weiner, and he's been really consistent, running routes, having to make blocks on the inside, but then get out there and catch the ball as well. And then obviously, we talked about how there's some that people will notice right away. And Kalante Wilson, going into his 10th junior year as a 3-year starter at running back for us. Started as a 9th grader, then rushed for well over 1,000 yards last year as a sophomore. And he's really going to be that bell cow for us on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, just going through your film, we had I think Wilson had a touchdown, a nice like 40, 50-yard touchdown in the scrimmage, and Rizzo also connected with Hitzman for a pretty big touchdown as well. So they had a good showing in the scrimmage last week. Turning over to the defensive side of the ball, who are we looking at for leadership there, and can you just talk about your expectations with that group?
Yeah, so last year, the district MVP on defense was a senior defensive end for us, and he's playing at University of Louisiana Lafayette, and so those are big shoes to fill. But we've got 2 defensive ends that I think have been leaders so far in the offseason for us. Senior Johnny Green has just been an animal in the weight room. He's just had a phenomenal work ethic. He's got a great attitude. Just motor never stops. And he's going to be making plays in the backfield all season long, like he did last year, but even more. And on the opposite side of defensive end, Connor Bolt is another senior who's just a feisty, kind of nasty player that you really love to have on your defense, and it's going to create some problems for offensive backfields. At linebacker, it's probably our most solid group across the board on either side of the ball. We've got a lot of guys that have good experience. Some new guys that are stepping up. They're going to be really special young players. But in the middle, Jake Rizzo, who's one of the quarterbacks that plays, a big old middle linebacker and a tough kid, and really smart. Matthew Weiner is another one that just really is always kind of in the right spot, helps make the right calls. Patrick Day is a really fast, speedy guy that plays our will linebacker and will move out and play the nickel some. He had a big season for us last year. His first chance to really play varsity football, and so we're expecting big things from him. But we've got two brothers, Penna Albert and Sione Albert, 9th and 10th graders, who are really tough, hard-nosed kids that we're expecting to make big plays at linebacker. In the secondary, we do have two returning starters, 2.5 kind of. But Jordy Malera, number 23 cornerback, who had an interception in our scrimmage last week. And then Braylon Titus, who we nicknamed Revis for Revis Island. He's going to be a 2-year starter for us, and is a great kid, as always, in good position. So we've got some good returning players on defense as well.
Yeah, and I remember watching him. Miller stepped up on several plays and had some nice TFLs in the scrimmage on top of that interception. So that's cool. I'm excited to watch him. We've got a big game today going against Parkview. Tell us a little bit about what you expect out of them and kind of what we need to do to win.
Well, in the last, say, 20 years in Baton Rouge, when you talk about great football programs and winning state titles, Parkview is in that top 3 all the time. They've got a tremendous reputation, a great tradition. They're a bigger school than us. So we're stepping up in classification, playing them. We played them last year, and we thought we had the game won, and we let it slip away. And so I know that's been motivation for our guys these last 12 months. Looking forward to this game. They're a great program. They've got some really good players. The quarterback is very athletic. He's committed to Air Force Academy to go and run their triple option offense. They've got some other good players in the secondary. They're tough and physical up front. So it's going to be a full 4 quarters of football tonight.
Absolutely. Coach, thanks so much for your time today, and good luck.
All right.